Well, we welcome you to Blues Game Day Live alongside Joe Vitale. I am Darren Robert Pang. The Blues having an optional skate this morning. They skated yesterday at Centene Community Ice Rink. Went through the full gamut as they prepare for the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. What did you like about yesterday, Joe?
Well, I tell you, one thing I loved about yesterday was the fact that it was a full practice and there was good energy and good enthusiasm. I think for how the Blues have been trending on these past couple road trips, especially being on the road. Coming home, you expected maybe a little bit of a lull in the energy, but I tell you what, Darren, I think this is a vamped-up group, an energized group. They're looking to get back on the right track, and hopefully this home cooking over the next 3 games on this homestand is what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, I like what the captain, Alex Pietrangelo, said, Joe, just talking about that internally they know what it takes and that they know that this isn't acceptable in how they're playing. But in saying all that, I thought they put together some real good periods on the road. I think it's so easy to look at the negativity and maybe the periods that weren't up to standards. But by and large, when they turned it up, they turned it up. Now they've got to figure out a way to beat the goaltenders that are red hot against them.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I know I took from certainly the Vancouver game with Thatcher Demko, obviously. When the goalie is that first star, we talk about it all the time. When the goalie is consistently the best player on the other team, to me, you're not getting to those areas hard enough. You're not getting in front of them. Maybe you're not getting there and fighting through that traffic, getting through that box-out defenseman, getting to that area where that second, third, fourth rebound is available. So, very clear tonight for me. It's going to be big. The St. Louis Blues don't make this opponent, Carolina Hurricanes goaltender, a star in this game.
Well, Robert Thomas gets moved up to as he keeps climbing the ladder. As he keeps, against top players, against top defensemen, he just seems to have some more and more traction. So we saw yesterday Jaden Schwartz on the left with Braden Shen in the middle, and then Robert Thomas on the right-hand side.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be a good little insert for Robert Thomas. I think it's almost going to help the other 2 guys on that line more than Robert Thomas. I think Robert Thomas certainly has earned this spot. I know he's comfortable in the middle position, but when you're playing with 2 dynamic veterans in Jaden Schwartz and Braden Shen, you got to jump on the opportunity and you got to bring that zip. And it's going to come tonight. He's going to have that energy, that youthful legs. But I think for Braden Shen and Jaden Schwartz, this could be, I think, what the coach's order, what the doctor's ordered, because this is the lull time of the year. This is when things kind of drop off a little bit. It's hard to find the energy, hard to find the consistency around this February month. It's a devil of a month. You remember, Darren, as a player as well. Cold month, not really quite to the deadline. Playoffs are not really the lights at the end of the tunnel yet. So you're looking for anything that kind of has some giddy up. So I think this is going to be a good little insert there on that second line to get Braden Shen going a little bit.
Yeah, something to watch out for tonight's game. Jaden Schwartz was out there before anybody else this morning. He had pucks in both corners. He's great at stopping on a dime and eluding the defenseman. You're going to have one on the left that's going to turn up in towards the boards and try to create some chaos. You're going to have one on the right that can turn on a dime. I don't think there's 2 players in the NHL that can turn as quickly and as dynamically and as fast. Now the key's going to be going to the net.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what Braden will do.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's exactly what Craig Berube did in the last game in starting Alexander Steen, who played his 1,000th game in Winnipeg, with Shen and with Troy Brouwer. Yeah. And they started the game, I thought, the right way. They played a real hard way. So now we've got Steen, Bozak, and Jordan Kyrou goes down there. So I think the 2 veterans can also help monitor and keep Jordan Kyrou the same way that over the last year and a half, they've done that with Robert Thomas.
Gene and Tyler Bozak, they'd be 2 veterans. The first ones to tell you that they're not all that fast anymore.
Nope.
They're starting to kind of die off a little bit as far as the speed game goes. So they got to love the fact that you got a young Jordan Kyrou, a quick little winger on that right side. If I'm Alexander Steen or Tyler Bozak, I'm saying, hey, buddy, I'm dumping it in your corner.
Hey,
you just get in on it.
Hey, buddy, we're back.
Hey, buddy, chip it to my corner and we'll get this forecheck going. Because his speed can have a real effect, and it could be an advantage here tonight for the Blues against this Carolina Hurricanes D, who is losing Dougie Hamilton, which is a big loss in the back end for them. So I think that's an area on the forecheck that they can be had. If you can get Jordan Kyrou, get him on his horse, get up there, get on that forecheck, go right corner to left corner where Steen or Bozak's going to be and get things going.
Yeah, so other little inventory we'll take care of here. It looked like yesterday Carl Gunnarsson paired with Alex Pietrangelo, if that stays true today. As we said, it's only an optional skate out there. And the other thing is Troy Brouwer on that line with Barbashev and Sammy Blais. And what an opportunity again for Troy Brouwer getting back into the line. But I thought he played real well in the last game in Winnipeg.
I thought he was great. 2 great chances to start that second period with Steen right there behind the net and Braden Shen. When back in the net, corner, high slot, bam, he was right
Backhander.
there. He had a backhander right after that, and I tell you, hockey's a funny game. You know, it's a funny game, Darren. You said it the best last week when he got sent down, or he was told he could get sent down. He has a week to make that decision. You know, it was you that told me, he goes, you know, this game's a funny thing, Joe. You never know. And that night, we lost a couple guys.
One injury, 2 injuries, 1 bad play, a coach that wants a veteran guy, and now it's up to Troy to stay in the lineup for as long as possible. A couple of other things, and this is great news here. I know that our Blues fans, we're big fans, as we all are. When trades happen, it's always tough. You get a really good player in with Justin Falk, and you lose a really good guy and a good player in Joel Edmondson, 2 different players. But we welcome Joel Edmondson back to St. Louis tonight, and what a gesture by the ownership and general manager Doug Armstrong in bringing in Bob and Lois Edmondson. I think Joel Edmondson's parents were as revered as anybody. We showed them all the time. They drove around thousands and thousands of miles to follow their son. They're great people, and Joel will get his Stanley Cup ring prior to tonight's game against Carolina. That's going to be something else.
It's going to be exciting. I mean, to start things off the right way, finally the last player getting his ring. You know, Bob Edmondson was a funny character because last year in that playoff run, especially in Winnipeg where it was the whiteout, he was so easy to spot because him and his wife had those blue jerseys. He had that big bushy beard. I missed old Bob. It's going to be good to see him here again tonight. I wonder if he's going to wear a Blues jersey or a Carolina Hurricanes jersey. He loves that light blue jersey.
He does.
Yeah, I think he might go with the red.
I think he's going to go neutral.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to have a jersey on.
Maybe we'll split it.
Yeah, maybe he might
Half
just
blue,
do
half
that.
red.
Anyway, it'll be great to see them, and certainly the Blues get set too. It's only another week from now that it's the Father's Trip.
Oh, boy.
In a time that this team is really bonded, it's been a great opportunity. I know for us as broadcasters, I've really enjoyed that and forging relationships with parents, and I love that. I love that part of it. So hopefully the boys have fun with that. There's some new players. We'll get to meet some new dads as well on the trip. Game tonight's at 7 o'clock. It's on ESPN. The pregame show is at 6 or 6:30 on the pregame show. 6:30 with Alex Ferrara.
We do 6:30.
You got it. Alex has got the hosting ability. You and Chris Kerber have got the call up there on the broadcast booth, and John Kelly and I've got the call on Fox Sports Midwest. The Hall of Famer Bernie Federer and Scotty Warman as well. The puck drops at 7 o'clock. Get here a little bit earlier. You're going to see a great presentation with Joel Edmondson as well. So for Joe Vitale, I'm Darren Pang. Have a great night. It's the Carolina Hurricanes and the St. Louis Blues tonight from St. Louis.